Okay, so just we wait 1 minute, then we will start with the class. Okay, so let's we start what we discussed in the previous class. Just continue that from that point. Okay, so in the previous class we just tried to find the relation between the speed and torque for the DC series motor. You know. So we already explained up to this point how we can drive the speed in terms of torque for the DC series motor. That means speed in radian per second omega is equal to some constant A by square root of torque minus B. Okay, so if the flux is assumed to be constant due to the saturation of the magnetic circuit, that means after some point when the saturation is achieved, okay, the flux is constant. Okay, so we can just simplify in this equation speed versus torque. That means V by K phi. So phi is constant after the saturation, and before the saturation, phi is directly proportional to the armature current. Okay. Minus IAR divided by K phi. So this whole term is constant because V is constant, K is already constant, and flux is after the saturation constant. Is it not? So the first term can just consider as the constant. हेलो जियाउल, आवाज आ रही है तो?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the previous class we just find the speed in terms of torque up to saturation point or before the saturation achieved. Okay. Saturation achieve करने के बाद क्या होगा कि आर्मेचर करंट इंक्रीज करने के बाद फ्लक्स इंक्रीज नहीं करेगा. Okay. That means flux is almost constant. You may be seen from the characteristic of the magnetization curve for the DC series motor. Okay, this this one. So at this point, after that, if you increase the armature current, okay, so flux is not increased. So saturation achieved at this point. Okay, but before the saturation, फ्लक्स इट एक्टिव प्रोपोर्शनल टू दी आर्मेचर करंट. जैसे जैसे हम लोग आर्मेचर करंट को इंक्रीज करेंगे फ्लक्स भी इंक्रीज कर रहा था. लेकिन आफ्टर अ सर्टेन पॉइंट दैट मींस सैचुरेशन अचीव, सो आफ्टर दैट flux do not increase, flux is maintained the constant. Okay, so just we consider 2 points here. One is before the saturation and another is after the saturation. Okay, so after the saturation, that means flux is constant, so we cannot consider phi equal to k phi kia. Okay, so after the saturation this flux is constant, so just consider whole term of the first term, that is v by k phi is a constant, that is c minus dt. Okay, in place of here, and just if you put the ia in terms of torque. Okay, so is it clear to all of you? Before the saturation point and after the saturation point, the speed equation in terms of torque. torque into it. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this saturation achieved, this is the relation in the speed and torque. Okay, managed it. Let me put here. Gautam Karkata, just allow him. So we find out in the reverse form. That means speed torque characteristic for the DC series motor. Okay. So this is the characteristic. Dropping. You already familiar, I think, with the speed torque characteristic of the DC series motor. Okay. So in this form, the speed when decreases, torque increases at the low torque. Okay. Speed is very high. Okay, but after that it will be slow down. Okay, when the torque is increasing. So this is all about the hyperbolic equation for characteristic of the speed and torque for the DC series motor. Okay. So this is the armature current versus torque characteristic. It's directly proportional to the square of the T equal to I square R. Okay? So we find out the parabolic equation y इक्वल टू 4ax स्क्वायर जो हाइपरबोलिक का इक्वेशन होता है उसी corresponding है, that means square of the armature current. Okay, speed equal to, but speed and torque we will find out the speed and armature current, this one characteristic. Okay, so you have to remember the characteristic, various characteristic of the various motor, either DC shunt motor and DC series motor and compound motor, how they can vary with the other parameters of the armature and field winding. Okay, speed and torque characteristic. So you have to familiar with this one. Okay. So equation and characteristic, is it clear? So next we just want to find the starting resistance for the DC series motor. Okay. How you can minimum resistance add in the DC series motor. So the starting resistance can be determined graphically from the natural characteristic of the motor without using the rheostatic characteristic. Okay. So first you draw the natural characteristic of the motor and select the maximum and minimum limit of the starting current. That is I1 and I2. Okay. And then you just determine the R1 and R1T from the V by I1 and V by I1 TI1 respectively. Okay, and draw the vertical dotted line. So you are able to find the relation between the external resistance add in the DC series motor for starting. ओके हम लोग क्या क्या करना चाह रहे हैं एक्चुअली यदि हम लोग फुल रेटेड सप्लाई वोल्टेज सीरीज मोटर में अप्लाई कर देते हैं, ठीक है, क्योंकि फील्ड वाइंडिंग और आर्मेचर वाइंडिंग कनेक्टेड इन सीरीज. ओके, तो फुल आर्मेचर करंट फ्लो करेगा, आर्मेचर करंट ज्यादा होता है, फील्ड करंट कम होता है. तो उस आर्मेचर करंट को रिड्यूस करने के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इसको एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस ऐड करेंगे. ओके, ताकि आर्मेचर रेजिस्टेंस स्टार्टिंग में कम हो. जैसे जैसे स्पीड इंक्रीज करते जाएगा उसके क्रॉसपॉन्डिंग हम लोग क्या करना है, एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस जो ऐड किया आर्मेचर सर्किट में उसको हम लोग को रिमूव करते जाना है धीरे धीरे. ओके, सो आई थिंक ये क्लियर टू ऑफ यू. नहीं, आर्मेचर रेजिस्टेंस वेरी स्मॉल कंपेयर टू द फील्ड वाइंडिंग रेजिस्टेंस. सो at the starting point we want to just a very small flux produced in the field coil. So armature current we try to reduce with the help of external resistance add in the armature circuit. Okay, armature resistance क्यों ऐड करते हैं, क्लियर हुआ. So from the horizontal projection from the point of IT and I1T on the natural characteristic curve to the vertical dotted line and the intersecting it at point H and G. So cut the resistance one by one, step by cut करते जाना है R1 and RT. Okay. Actually या तो तुम लोग 3 point starter 4 point starter पढ़ा होगा मशीन में. पढ़ा है ना? So this is the starting method for the DC series motor. How we can add at the starting point for reduce the starting current. Otherwise, it is difficult to start. Okay. So what is the speed and relation of armature torque? Okay. That means V minus IAR again K5. That is A minus BR. Okay. So draw this resistance. Various resistance can be represented as R1 and R2. Okay. So draw the vertical line AB with intersect the line KH at B, and from this point draw a horizontal line. So you can intersect at the point AG and C. Okay. So the construction is successful if the horizontal line passes through the point of G. So the resistance R1, R2 are obtained from the length of whatever the BC, DE and FG respectively. So this is the external resistance about the field winding resistance. So we can just consider another example for the DC series motor. Okay. Let me determine the 3-step resistance for starting a DC series motor having the following rating. That means power of the motor, DC series motor is 3.73 kilowatt, and nominal voltage, that means terminal voltage supplied 250 volt, and nominal current that means 20 ampere, and a speed 1000 rpm. तो हम लोग को एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस फाइंड आउट करना है 3 स्टेप में. ओके, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये दिया हुआ है कितना 20 एम्पियर nominal current. Okay, so the natural speed torque characteristic is first plotted. The data for the plotting this curve are obtained by making use the table 2.13. Okay, so maybe obtain this table and then just find the I nominal, that means 1 ampere, and I normal given to 20 ampere, and V nominal equal to 1, and speed is 1000. So the current and speed for different per unit value. Per unit value, are you familiar with the per unit value? Per unit value को कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं हम लोग? How we can represent the per unit value? Per unit value क्या होता है? कोई नहीं बोल रहे हो.
Sir, original value was sir base value, sir.
Exactly. Some original value, some base value. That means we consider some standard value of voltage and current, and corresponding to that base value and kVA rating, we just convert all the parameter corresponding to that base value. Okay, that means actual value by base value. So that is per unit nothing but. Okay. That means यदि रेजिस्टेंस, वोल्टेज, करंट, कोई भी पैरामीटर को हम पर यूनिट में रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं corresponding to that base value or base MVA rating. Okay. So the maximum starting current I1 is taken to be how much? 2I normal, that means 2 into 20 equal to 40. So we find out from this per unit value of this one is about the field current. Okay, and this one is your per unit supply voltage, taking this one, and speed. Okay, so R1 equal to कितना हो जाएगा? After a few trials, you found that the lower limit of the current I11 is equal to the 1.5 times of the normal. So normal value कितना दिया हो 20 एम्पियर, तो 1.5 into 20 equal to 30 एम्पियर. So R1 equal to कितना हो जाएगा? V1 by I1. V1 equal to कितना दिया हुआ है 250. I1 कितना निकल गया हम लोग को 40. कितना हो जाएगा 250 by 40 equal to 6.25. R11 equal to कितना हो जाएगा V by I11. I11 equal to कितना हो जाएगा for the resistance 30. तो 250 by 30 equal to just divide 250 by 30, so almost equal to 8.33. The procedure is clear or not to all of you? Just tell me. Otherwise, you are facing some problem in the numerical problem. How we can determine the starting resistance? So this is series motor. Procedure is clear. This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So according to that procedure, we just calculate the external resistance in 3 steps. That means R11, and next R12, and R13. Okay. So in that way, we just calculate R1, R2, and R3. So R11 equal to 250 by 30. That means 8.33. So from the graph, it will draw the according the procedure for outline the above above. The resistance R1, R2, and R3 are obtained if you draw the graph according to this table. Okay, the table given to you. So R1 equal to 1.5 and R2 equal to this one, 1.2, and R3 equal to 0.09. Okay. So if you practice this some numerical based on the DC series motor, how you can apply the external resistance in the DC series motor. Okay. Next, we just want to continue. That means types of braking. That means DC series motor. You may find out their application. DC series motor का application हम लोग कहाँ पे करते हैं? I think, are you familiar with the DC series motor application? सीरीज मोटर का एप्लीकेशन कहाँ पे होता है? Very popular question. Where they apply the DC shunt motor, DC series motor. That means the starting torque जिस लोड का हाई होगा उसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Just use as a DC series motor. Which type of load has the starting torque is very high? Where we use DC series motor. Okay, this application you may find out in electric traction purpose. That means in railway. Okay, so here we use the DC series motor and some other application just like a Iran. Okay, and so the counter current braking and torque equation can be DC series motor. Apply all the braking, that means dynamic braking, counter current braking, or plugging braking, and regenerative braking. DC on the DC series motor. तीनों टाइप ऑफ ब्रेकिंग हम लोग पिछले क्लास में ही स्टडी किया था ना, इलेक्ट्रिकल ब्रेकिंग. तो अब सीरीज मोटर पे शंट मोटर पे हम लोग अप्लाई किए. अब डीसी सीरीज मोटर का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक देखिए. अब डीसी सीरीज मोटर पे हम लोग को तीनों टाइप का ब्रेकिंग अप्लाई करना है. दैट मींस डायनामिक ब्रेकिंग, काउंटर करंट ब्रेकिंग एंड रीजनरेटिव ब्रेकिंग. ओके, so the regenerative braking is not possible in series motor, as the back EMF of the motor cannot exist the supply voltage. So you may be concerned these things. That means regenerative braking cannot be applied on the DC series motor. Okay, only two types of braking, that means dynamic braking and counter current braking or plugging braking can be applied on the DC series motor. Okay, so ब्रेकिंग क्या, डायनामिक ब्रेकिंग कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, काउंटर करंट ब्रेकिंग कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, ये सब हम लोग एक्सप्लेन कर चुके हैं. So in dynamic braking with self-excitation, the supply to the motor is switch off and the armature circuit, including the series and field winding, is connected across a resistance. देखिए हम लोग डायनेमिक प्रोसीड्यूर जो डायनेमिक ब्रेकिंग का, ओके, डायनेमिक ब्रेकिंग हम लोग कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं मोटर का? हेलो, डायनेमिक ब्रेकिंग में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? जो इनपुट टर्मिनल है सप्लाई पे हम लोग कनेक्ट करते हैं, उसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं? डिस्कनेक्ट कर देते हैं एंड उसके थ्रू एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस ऐड कर देते हैं, इज इट नॉट? So in dynamic braking with self excitation, the supply voltage to the motor is switch off and the armature circuit, including the series field winding, chunki field winding are connected in series with the armature. So that will be connected with rheostatic or external resistance, and case will be taken such that the excitation is not reversed during the change over the dynamic braking torque. So dynamic braking torque equation cannot be just in terms of speed can be replaced by minus k phi square omega divided by RA plus R series plus R dynamic. टोटल रेजिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? डायनेमिक ब्रेकिंग यदि अप्लाई करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा टोटल रेजिस्टेंस? circuit diagram, just see the circuit diagram, this dynamic braking. Okay, so this is the motor operation of the series motor. That means this one is your armature winding represented by this one, and this is your field winding. So both are connected in series, is it not? When the machine is operated as a motor, this is the motor. Okay, so supply given from this point and this point, supply voltage, that is V at the starting point of the motor. Okay, so armature coil and field coil are in series. So whatever the current flow in the armature coil, that is also flow in the field coil. Okay, that means field coil is represented by F1 and F2 terminal, and armature coil A1 and A2. Okay, so suppose that during the motor mode, the speed of the motor anti-clockwise direction, that is represented here, and in radian per second. So electromagnetic torque develop in the same direction of the speed. Okay, and what will be happen in the apply the dynamic braking? क्या होगा? If we apply the dynamic braking, then what is the torque and dynamic braking position direction? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello. Just डायनेमिक ब्रेकिंग अप्लाई कर तो टोटल रेजिस्टेंस कितना हो जाएगा सर्किट में? सर्किट डायग्राम तो ड्रॉ किया हुआ है ना बगल में. When we apply this circuit dynamic braking, circuit is just like this one. Okay, this is your supply voltage terminal when to the motor, when motor running in the normal condition. Okay, so the direction of motor in the anti-clockwise direction, and electromagnetic torque developed in the motor is also in the same direction of the speed or rotation. Okay, but when you apply the dynamic braking, that means torque develop in the opposite direction of the actual brake, actual motion, is not? So this terminal, that means armature terminals, disconnected from the supply and connect through the external resistance or rheostatic resistance through this resistance. Okay, so during the dynamic braking, you just connect this point with the one rheostat. So what is the equivalent resistance for the circuit? कितना हो गया? what is the equivalent resistance for the circuit? समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या?
Sir, network problem.
Okay, some network issue. We can find. That means whatever the resistance of the armature, this one, okay, that means RA, sorry, armature resistance, and whatever the field winding resistance, okay. So these are connected in series, and rheostat, whatever the connected across the circuit, that means this is also a total series. So total resistance of the circuit is all are connected in series. That means the summation of all the individual resistance is not. यदि डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस कनेक्टेड इन सीरीज, उसका इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस हम लोग क्या निकालते हैं? समेशन ऑफ दैट इंडिविजुअल रेजिस्टेंस. यदि पैरेलल में कनेक्टेड रहता है रेजिस्टेंस तो कैसे निकालते हैं हम लोग? Some resistance are connected in parallel, then now you can find the equivalent resistance. Parallel resistance का कैसे निकालते हैं हम लोग? इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस. How we can find out the equivalent resistance in parallel circuit? That means 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4, जितना भी रहेगा, either 3 resistance or 4 resistance, either 5 resistance, or maybe in parallel. So in case of parallel resistance, equivalent resistance equal to 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and dotted. Okay. If the two resistors are connected in parallel, that means R equivalent equal to how much? R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. So this is the basic equation for the equivalent series in resistance and parallel resistance. Okay. So this is the circuit for the operating at the normal motoring mode, and when you apply the dynamic braking, so this is the circuit for the dynamic braking. That means supply voltage is disconnected from this terminal, and this circuit is connected through a external resistance. Okay. So you will find out the speed of the motor in the anti-clockwise, but the direction of torque is opposite to that one. Okay. So develop torque in the opposite direction so that able to apply the braking on the motor. That means this type of braking is known as the dynamic braking or braking. Okay. So like the separately excited, maybe your Santo motor, the flux is dependent on the armature current IA. When braking is initiated, the current is high, thus the resulting is increased value of the flux at torque is also high. So being approximately the proportional to the square of the current, we already seen there the derivation of the torque and armature current. Before the saturation, that means torque is directly proportional to the square of the armature current, and after the saturation, we may say that the directly proportional to the armature current. Okay. So this is the total resistance here in the torque. That means R A armature resistance, R series of the field winding resistance. That means this resistance, and this is your dynamic braking resistance that is represented by RB. So total resistance is this one. Okay. So armature current, that means torque equal to actually what we write here. That means I square K phi is your this one. So just to put here armature current and in terms of a speed. Okay. K phi IA. Okay. So just we can draw their circuit for the normal operating condition, and when we apply the dynamic braking, so this one. Okay. So if this one is this what is the connection of separately excited to machine? This machine, this machine is said to be separately excited. What is the meaning of separately excited? Separately excited. What is the meaning of separately excited? Separately excited motor. If we talk about it. सेपरेटली एक्साइटेड मतलब क्या हुआ? Which one is known as the self-excited and which one is known as the separately excited?
Sir, self-excited means, sir, no other supply will give to the system.
To the machine. Okay.
Yes,
That
sir.
means whatever you want to supply, give to the machine, that means with the one supply. Okay, one supply. Either in the armature coil or maybe field coil. Okay. And self-excitation, that means the field winding excited from the separate source. Is not an armature coil supply given from another source. Okay, so that are known as the self-excitation. So series motor and shunt motor follow the self-excitation. You know, and you may be see here this self-excitation circuit. That means armature coil and field winding coil are separately. So field coil can be excited with the another supply. Here, this terminal is given to you for the field excitation. Okay, so this type of machine is known as the self-excitation. Okay, so I think clear to all of you self-excitation and separately excitation. Okay. So what is the characteristic? As we talk characteristic, we already discussed in the. So now that characteristic you have to just draw for the dynamic braking and plugging braking. Okay. So you know that this is the 4-quadrant operation of the motor. That means quadrant 1 is your forward motoring mode, and quadrant 2 is your forward braking mode. Okay, where the torque is reverse. That means negative. Okay, and this is your third quadrant is your reverse motoring mode. That means torque and motor are in opposite direction of the first quadrant. Okay, and fourth quadrant is your reverse braking mode operation. Okay, so we find out for the different resistance value. We may find out their characteristic for the dynamic braking. We already indicated here the torque and speed relation for the dynamic braking. Okay. So the characteristic speed torque characteristic we already shown that the hyperbolic. So at the very low temperature, speed is very high, but when the torque is increased, so speed will be slow down. Okay, so this is the characteristic for the motor mode, forward motor mode, and this one is your forward braking mode. Okay, that means torque apply in the opposite direction to the quadrant 1. Okay, so dynamic braking characteristic for the different resistance you will find out just that means. And this one R1 is less than R2 and R2 is less than R3. So whenever the resistance, internal resistance is increases, okay, this one. So you maybe find out their characteristic in that mode. So this is the operating characteristic of all the motor. So for the DC series motor, we already seen that the dynamic braking torque equation. Okay. So just we try to solve one numerical for the DC series motor of rating given to you. That means to a lower a load with a counter current braking at an armature current I equal to 1.5 nominal and a speed of 200 rpm in one case and 300 rpm in another, and determine the additional resistance needed to be inserted in the armature circuit. इसको हम लोग कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं? How you can solve this problem? क्या दिया हुआ है इसमें? इसको नोट कर लो जस्ट। लाइन करंट कितना दिया हुआ? 1.5 आई नॉमिनल, दैट मींस आई नॉमिनल इक्वल टू उसको कितना निकाला था? 20 एम्पियर प्रीवियस एग्जांपल, जस्ट दिस वन, yeah, this one. So I nominal equal to 30 ampere. Okay. Same data we use for the next problem. Okay, of the previous. So just to use same data of the motor. Okay, that means previous one. तो लाइन करंट कितना हो जाएगा? 30 एम्पियर। स्पीड कितना दिया हुआ है? एट 800 आरपीएम। तो इसको जस्ट कन्वर्ट करो इन रेडियन पर सेकंड में एंड जस्ट फाइंड द बैक ईएमएफ, दैट मींस Eb इक्वल टू k phi ओमेगा here. हो जाएगा सॉल्व? हेलो,
Yes, sir. Hello.
हेलो, सॉल्व हो जाएगा ना?
हाँ. Yes, sir.
जस्ट इसको हम लोग बैक ईएमएफ फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे पहले। k phi ओमेगा, ओमेगा हम लोग यहाँ से कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे। ओमेगा इक्वल टू कितना है? n इक्वल टू दिया हुआ है 800 आरपीएम इन प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन। ओके, तो ओमेगा को हम लोग फाइंड आउट करेंगे 2 pi n by 60। ओके, एंड k phi इक्वल टू कितना लिखते हैं? v माइनस IAR रेजिस्टेंस। वहां पे टर्मिनल वोल्टेज तुमको दिया हुआ है 250 इन प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम। So just put that one 250 minus armature current equal to 30 ampere into armature resistance. Already just to put on that one. Okay. So just to practice some simple problem. So this is all about the DC series motor. We can just dynamic braking and braking you can find it. Okay. So just we stop here, and in the next class we will discuss. So just practice whatever we discuss for the internal purpose. Okay, module number 1 and module number 2.
Sir, what for energy storage, sir?
Energy storage?
Yes, sir. That's
energy storage system में तो जो भी डिस्कस किए हैं हम उसी में से आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा। था
sir. Which module, sir?
Module 1 and 2, what are the various type of system for the energy storage? That means mechanical में हम लोग डिस्कस किए थे, इलेक्ट्रिकल में कैपेसिटर, इन्वर्टर, व्हाटएवर जो डिस्कस किए हम लोग उसी में से। ओके
Okay, sir.
केमिकल
Sir, please PDF, sir.
Okay, fine. Try to send that.
Okay. Thank you.
No. Just we stop here. Next class.